Welcome everybody to the Multiverse Podcast, episode 9. Episode 9, one away from double digits and
Two away
12,
from halfway there.
12 away from it becoming a habit. I think that's
Mhm.
correct. Right? Right?
Right. Yeah. That's what, yes. Two away from it being a tiny bit over halfway
And
once
12
we
away
get
from it
to
being 21.
11.
Which
Yeah.
is a habit. Welcome everybody. My name is Jimmy. I'm your co-host alongside Warren and the voice behind the curtain. I think that's what we say. We're going to come up with something different. Our boy, the producer of the show, Mr. Wes.
What's going on,
I thought
everybody?
last time, I thought it was a goat. We agreed.
He's the
Oh,
goat.
yes, I'm the goat. I'm the goat.
Last
He's the
time
goat.
we said he's the goat. For
He's
sure.
the goat.
For sure.
So a lot going on in this episode. We have a lot to go over. Warren is under the weather, so we have to bring the positive energy and the vibes and the aura for him. We got to bring him up. We got to carry him. But he is a professional, so I'm not too worried about it. And guys, as always, you can find us everywhere. Apple, Spotify, wherever you want to listen audio-wise, or you can watch the video version on YouTube. Just search up the Multiverse Podcast, and you will find us. Link is in the description to all that good stuff. And
Discord, also Discord.
We have
Interact
Discord
with us.
We have Discord, and you can get there and really get a lane in to kind of be a creative with the show. You can actually be involved with the topics and everything that go on with the show. Now, housekeeping's done. You said something before we even started the show. It's not part of the show, but we're going to talk about it really quick because you stopped me because you could tell I was passionate.
He had Jimmy. I started talking and Jimmy just starts going off. I was like, "Wait, save it. We'll open."
Yeah. So he cut me off. So say what you have to say.
So let me. I was gonna say. So let me go in and then you can just pick up right off. So
Okay.
It was revealed by insider Daniel RPK that Marvel was basically going to cut Kang out of the MCU regardless of the Jonathan Majors trial outcome because they didn't think Kang was testing well and they didn't think he'd be big enough, so they were already kind of planning on pushing Kang to the side regardless of all the stuff that happened with Majors. Okay, go.
Well, you made a statement, which is what made me react. You said, well, Kang's not as big as Doctor Doom anyway.
He's not.
Hypothetically, technically in the comics, no, he's not. But Marvel could have easily made him span to the point of he was as big as Doctor Doom. However, they wanted to writing. When you write him in Ant-Man the way you did, and he goes out in a blaze of ant glory, you already set yourself up for failure. So it's on Marvel. Regardless if they go back and say, oh yeah, we were thinking about ditching that storyline anyway before he got in all the trouble. I mean, that's on them. He is perfectly viable for them to write and make the mega villain of the entire multiverse saga. I have no doubt about it. Seeing the post-credit scenes with the Council of Kang,
I thought it was great.
I was overwhelmed. I was like, okay, here we go. So
to me, I actually loved Kang / He Who Remains and everything. I think to this day, Loki is my favorite series.
Yeah.
Right. And season 2 was awesome as well. And I think they actually nailed it with He Who Remains. And yes, they screwed themselves with Quantumania. There's no way Ant-Man should have beat him. Like, zero chance. Like, this is going to be your big bad and he already dies. Or not dies, right? Because everyone's like, oh, he's still alive. But this is your big bad and you're going to have Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man, but out of all characters, Ant-Man, you're going to have Ant-Man beat him. I think they got really attached to the whole quantum realm thing, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, put him in there. Makes sense story-wise for him to get, placed there by the other Kangs, which, like, sure, but he should have beat the crap out of Ant-Man.
He should have been knocking him out like dominoes, man.
Well, and Ant-Man and them didn't need to die. They could have just escaped, right? And left him down there. But then a post-credit scene is like shows that, oh, he managed to capture, he got his suit back so he can leave now, right?
It's not the worst opportunity or area of opportunity to send Ant-Man out. It wasn't. He could have died.
He could have died as well.
It would have made sense. But anyway, all right, let's stick with that vein. Yeah. Doctor Doom and Reed relationship is not as important as it is in the comics. It's super important in the comics. Do you agree with this for the MCU? Do you think that's the way they're going to go? Is it going to be more of a Doctor Doom against the world and there's not really going to have that backstory with Reed Richards?
Here's the problem.
We're fast tracking Doctor Doom. That's the problem.
we're fast tracking Doctor Doom, but we also don't know who this Doom is. We have no idea what his backstory is. Yes, they say he's Victor, but like in my mind, I'm still I'm like, why would you cast Robert Downey Jr. as him if you're not going to have him play a Tony Stark variant who's bad? Yeah. Why would you do that?
I
like,
agree,
yeah,
100%.
You can still do some things and be like, you know, Spider-Man could be like, oh my gosh, like it's Tony Stark. And Doom would be like, I'm nothing like Stark, right? You know, like just he could say they could kind of address it, but it's so much better if you have him be
I agree.
a Tony variant, right? So I don't know if I believe that yet, even though like all signs kind of point to it being that way now. He is a Victor Von Doom, but like we talked about it before. I want the backstory, and it's like you just said, we are fast tracking it.
We're fast tracking Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. That doesn't mean we're
exactly.
not.
I think there's another one coming for sure.
When the reboot comes or the soft boot, whatever it is, hopefully we get everything that we're wanting.
Right, where he goes to college with Reed, and you know, that rivalry begins there. And then he thinks that he stole his stuff, blah 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 blah. Like that whole story, I do want, and it is being, I think, is going to be kind of looked over in the MCU. So yes, I think this is going to kind of happen, and maybe it won't be as important. But we also don't know what the Fantastic Four is going to be like, right? Like there's rumors that say, like, obviously it's in another universe, but the rumors say like, but originally the Fantastic Four did come from our universe, but there's going to be a Doom in that one that's from that universe. So, and that is an advanced universe. We already know that, right? They didn't have Dark Ages is what we're hearing. They didn't have to go through the Dark Ages, right? So very advanced. He could start to hate Reed from him coming through the multiverse to his universe. He might kind of understand like, hey, I don't think these people are from here. There's something up with them because they rise to fame. We've heard they're very famous. So Victor could really hate him for that as well. And they're space explorers. So he could also hate it. Like there are ways to incorporate kind of Doctor Doom's hate for Reed into the MCU, but no, I don't think it's going to be a super prominent factor.
They're going to have a dynamic, but I could definitely
they'll have some dynamic.
See it not being a super link as well. Let us know what you guys think about that. We have some official castings. I know one for sure. I don't know about this other one. I saw today though that it was official. They're both official. So Aaron Pierre is Jon Stewart, and Kyle Chandler is Hal Jordan in the new DCU for Green Lantern. What are your thoughts?
I have to look up who Kyle Chandler is.
Hey, Kyle Chandler,
iconic. I think Aaron Pierre's a really good cast.
Amazing. If you've watched Rebel Ridge, like dude, amazing in Rebel Ridge.
I think he's perfect
casting.
Oh yeah, Kyle Chandler. You know what? I like this.
It fits.
He's Hal.
Yeah, he's Hal.
He's Hal, and Aaron is John.
Who's? I think I know.
You've seen Aaron Pierre. You've seen like
I know he's
Once you see his face, you'll be like, yeah.
No, yeah, I'm down with both of these, actually. Totally. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense.
It's pretty cut and dry to me. I think it's good. I like the fact that neither one of them has been in, I don't think either one of them has checked a box in the MCU or the old DC, which is great. Am I right?
Kyle Chandler has done a lot, but yeah, no, I don't think he is.
Marvel? Was he in Marvel movie?
No,
no. Or any IP?
Was he? No, I don't think he was. No,
I think it's always a good thing if
he's a great actor, though.
If they haven't, I'm saying that they haven't been in either one of the past universes. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
totally. No, totally.
I like New Blood.
Totally.
Personally.
Yeah, and I just want to say I love them, but I'm so glad it's not McConaughey or McGregor.
The basic one.
I mean, that's what we do with fan casting. We gravitate toward the big names and say, what if? All right. Summer 2026 movies in the works. And it looks like I have a little link that I can click here. We're going to take a look. All right. We've got Avengers Doomsday, which we're manifesting to be the first Multiverse Podcast meetup where we have our, what are we calling it? Preview show? What would that even be called? Where we rent out a movie theater and we
just
have
a fan
all of
screening, I guess.
A fan screening.
A fan screening.
Multiverse Fan Fest.
Multiverse Fan Fest.
Multiverse Fan Fest.
Number one.
Boom,
we're manifesting
on the spot
that to
right
happen.
there.
I love it. We have Shrek 5, which, I mean, it's Shrek.
Slam dunk.
A lot of people are really.
You say slam dunk. What, did you think that when Toy Story 4 came out? Because it was not a slam dunk. Speaking of that, we have Toy Story 5.
Well, wait, time out.
Toy Story
Michael
4
Myers
made no
is coming
sense.
back. No,
Toy
Michael
Story
Myers is coming
4
back as Shrek, right?
I
would
believe so. Like I would.
He has to. And Eddie
what's
Murphy
even
is
Holly-
in the movie?
Well, because like Hollywood has like shunned him, right? Like he's in nothing. Like the last thing I remember seeing him in
Didn't
was
he
in
take a
Glorious
break?
Bastards.
he can't.
Sometimes sometimes you read those clickbait articles and it's like why Hollywood shunned this person.
If
I
he's
saw
not,
something like
if he's
that.
not
It's
Shrek, I'm not
Mike
watching.
Myers, Eddie
Well,
Murphy.
that's
and Cameron Diaz,
that's my point. Is that they have to have those three back, like Wes.
Same with
just said.
Toy Story. Same with Toy Story.
Yeah,
You have to
same
have
with
Tim
Toy
Allen
Story,
and
yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Totally.
We have Supergirl. I mean,
Stoked
the
for
new
that.
DCU.
Stoked. I'm
do we have
excited for anything coming from DC.
Do we have a casting for her yet? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. It's the girl from Game of Thrones spinoff.
What's her name?
House of Dragons?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember her name.
Wes, will you look that up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
While he's looking it up, Moana live action.
Millie Alcock. Millie
Yeah,
Alcock.
Millie Alcock, yeah.
Millie
Who
Alcock.
does she play in House of
She
Dragons?
plays the blonde like queen lady. I try to cut out House of the Dragon from my memory.
I don't watch House
Really?
of the Dragon, so I can't tell you.
Is she Rhaenyra?
Yeah, Rhaenyra. Yeah, the younger version though.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember? Like, I mean, the season that was good was with Millie Alcock, or Millie Alcock, or whatever the fuck.
Okay. All right.
I like her. I like her. I think it's a good casting.
Okay. Moana live action, Avengers Doomsday, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which I know when I saw the trailer, I was doing exactly what you're doing right now. I'm a little more standoffish now. I think it's going to be funny. I think it's going to be like a buddy cop type or buddy whatever type movie. But I'm just wondering, what's the point of it? We'll see.
You're standoffish because
I'm standoffish of anything
failures in Star Wars.
Of anything
Right.
in
Okay.
Star Wars.
That was my question.
And
Which
that one, I feel like that one, if they don't treat it right, it could go really bad.
I've thoroughly enjoyed pretty much everything that they've done with The Mandalorian.
I agree.
So I'm excited for it.
I'm wary. Steven Spielberg's next movie? What the heck is that? Christopher Nolan's next movie? What the heck is that?
I don't think we know yet. I just think they're like confirmed they're gonna be doing a movie.
Steven Spielberg is The Dish.
That's right around the corner.
The Dish.
The Dish. Yeah, it's new original event film set for the release in May of 2026.
But we have no context to what it is.
About the dish.
What dish?
Maybe a food movie.
Dish Network. The Rise and Fall of Dish Network.
Oh, it might be a UFO film. Oh, it's a UFO film called The Dish.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's
have either
that's up Spielberg's alley. That's up
Spielberg. The Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that old one version.
Yes, forever ago.
Yeah, I was watching Alien Artifacts last night, going deep down the wormhole. Did you know there is now a rating? There's a Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, all the way to the fifth. Did you know that? That's where we are right now.
Really? No.
Yeah. So third, I can't remember exactly what each rating is, but third is obviously where they abduct. Fourth,
was it?
I can't remember.
What was the one with Liv Tyler? She was in. Was she in one of those? She was in some alien abduction movie.
I don't know. This one's old. The one I'm talking about was like from the 80s.
Is it Ad Astra?
No.
That wasn't alien abduction.
No. I'll continue. I'll take it. I'll
okay.
Oh, the fourth.
All right. Anyway. Yeah, Aliens. Something we need to talk about on the podcast soon. Todd Phillips of the Joker is leaving DC forever. I saw a thing today on Instagram where James Gunn was debunking and making sure everybody knew that the Joker Folia Doo, whatever it's called, was not a DC movie. He literally stated, no, there's no DC logo in the credits or the intro. It's not a DC movie. He's like, don't put that on me.
He's like, dude, keep
not
that
attach
so far
it to
away
me.
from me.
Man, it's really sad to. We talk about this all the time. We talk about it with Star Wars. We talk about it with Marvel. You hit a rated R home run.
Oh my gosh!
With the Joker,
just grand slam,
and you did it with no crazy, eccentric, cosmic anything. You did it ground level.
Yeah. It wasn't a big team up film or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
Just
you
about
knocked it out of the
person.
park. So what's the first thing you think? Let's make it a musical.
let's undo everything.
I'm not going to
that we
spoil
did.
the ending.
Did you guys see it?
But the ending
You guys saw it?
is dog A too.
The whole movie is dog A.
But the ending slaps you right in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the entirety of it slaps you in the face because it really does seem like he set out to undo the first movie.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, what on earth?
Todd Phillips has been excommunicated from the DC. He's gone.
Well,
he's out.
Yeah. So him saying, this, leaving DC forever, I think a lot of people are like, good.
Yeah.
Good. Because after that, and it's kind of like you said, I don't think I ever go, my thought process, if I'm someone that did that with the Joker, never goes to musical. Ever. For what reason did your mind go there? Like, oh, hey, like, we're going to cast Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Cool.
Let's make it a musical.
She's a good actress. She doesn't need to sing.
Well, and you know what's stupid is the music was a miss. Like, if that was your whole thing, make it a musical, make it a really good musical. It was not.
It frustrates me so bad, man. It frustrates me so bad. We're going to move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
We could talk about it for a while.
Let's talk about something that makes me happy. The Fallout show has eclipsed 100 million viewers. That's because, look at me, directors and producers, when you start out in episode 1 and you come out guns blazing and you give people jaw-dropping moments that they connect to within the first 10 or 15 minutes, you hook them in your show. And that's exactly what the Fallout did.
Yeah, and they hired a Nolan.
And guess what? They stayed true to source material.
I think that was that's something you could also say for the Joker, to fillet a doo-doo. It's just kind of like, the source material was the first movie, right? You could say, right? Obviously we have all the stuff about Joker and everything, but it's just like, dude, you completely went away from the first movie and you wonder why people hate it. Fallout did an incredible job, right? And it's kind of like the flack that Lord of the Rings of Power are getting right now. It's like they're adding new things and getting off from canon and stuff. It's like, dude, we know what it is. Right. And that's the thing with doing a game too, right? It's just like, we know what it is and we know what we want. And if you give the people what they want.
If you're making a movie based on a game that has a super popular community, it is a no-brainer to follow the source material. Borderlands.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Anyway, before we move on, Wes, have you watched all the Rings of Power?
I have not. I'm an episode behind.
Oh my God, I really need to call you out.
Yeah, I know.
On something.
Go for it.
Can I spoil it?
Well, no, it's a spoiler.
That's fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's I don't care. Just spoil it.
Wait, time out. Are you that disconnected from it now?
It didn't live up to my hype.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to spoil
I
it.
actually didn't think the ending was that good either.
Spoiler alert for the last episode of Rings of Power Season 2. Wes, you were wrong. The Tolkien estate did let them do it, and our boy
said his name. Did they say Gandalf?
Yep. Well, the Harfoots called him, what was it?
Grand Elf.
Grand Elf, and then
Thank you, Grand Elf.
ended up being Gandalf. And there was another one named. Who was the other one that got a name at the end of it? Not a wizard, or there was somebody else that got a name too.
I don't remember.
But yeah, he's Gandalf.
Well, that's good.
He gave himself his own name.
Yeah.
Because he was like, because they pulled a Harry Potter. They were like, the wizard doesn't choose the staff. It chooses him. And I'm like,
the one chooses the wizard?
Yeah, I was like, really? I was like, I get it.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Wes is going to be so happy. And Wes is checked out. He's not even watching.
I mean, I could say this, I think, because I think anybody who was watching it knew this was going to happen. But again, spoiler alert, the Balrog, holy crap, that was a scene.
Yeah.
I won't say what happens, but that was a scene.
Yeah, it was.
I wish we just got a whole season of stuff like that. That would be phenomenal. But we didn't. I actually thought it was a bit of a disappointment for me, the ending.
I was okay.
I think there was really cool scenes, but overall season 2 left me feeling like season 1, sadly.
Bummer.
And I'm one of those people who I don't hate the actress who plays Galadriel like a lot of people do. They're like, it's kind of like the same thing that they were dealing with Acolyte, the main actress. They were like, she looks the same in every scene.
We don't speak that name anymore.
Well, I'm bringing it back. But it's kind of people like saying like she looks the same in every single scene, and I'm like, yeah, but the setting's always kind of the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's always like, it's about Sauron and about evil, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I could get how she looks the same. I'm not a hater of her, but there was too much going on for me. Like,
can we
it
admit,
was sporadic too.
Can we all three agree though? And Wes can't really attest to it because he hasn't watched the last one. I can't remember his name, but the creator of the rings, the elf, the good guy.
Celebrimbor?
Yeah, Celebrimbor.
Yeah, can we all agree that arc was pretty raw? I thought they did his storyline really well, especially. I mean, it got brutal there at the end. Like,
No, it did.
I thought that was a positive.
Just answer one question for me. I haven't seen the final episode or whatever.
Right?
Did they actually have they been using the rings? Like, please tell me they've been.
That's what makes me mad. Like, is they don't really use them that much.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
That much, and you didn't let me finish. They don't use them to the powers that they can.
Not yet.
I know, but it's a freaking series called The Rings of Power, and we're 2 seasons into it.
Hold on. The group, the 7 for the dwarves are completely manipulating them. They are, and
but
now
they don't have those rings yet. Only one of them has been used because Doran hasn't given the rings to the other dwarves yet.
I thought
Doran
he did.
kept the rings. No, he kept them for himself. So he didn't give the rings to the other.
Well, then how can you say they haven't? I mean, you want them to use them, yeah, but they don't have them. The 9 rings haven't even gone to the humans yet.
The elves haven't used the rings.
They did. They made their tree shiny again.
Was that?
You're actually wrong because the ring was used to save Galiadrod or whatever her name is at the.
That's why I said. That's why I said haven't been used a lot yet, or whatever I said in the beginning. Like, they have been kind of used, but their power, the true power, has not been used yet. If it's a
5-season episode, you know why they haven't. They're building.
But that's my whole point.
I know.
I don't think it hits 5 seasons. I know. I really don't.
We hit war. We need war.
Yeah, we need war. Yeah, and we need the pacing to be better. The pacing from the first half of the season was the same issue that they had in the second half, aside from the first episode. First episode, the pacing was good. The rest, so far.
All right, we're going to continue spoiler alerts. Have you guys watched all Agatha? Are you caught up?
No, do not care. Continue.
Dang. Okay, spoiler alert. Good. Spoiler alert to everybody's watching. We're going to talk about, it's pretty much confirmed, not confirmed, but confirmed that Teen is Wanda's kid, Billy Maximoff. And to me, it's pretty much confirmed that what's her name is Lady Death, right?
Rio's death.
Are we together on that?
Oh, totally.
She stated to Agatha, that's not your kid, right? That's what she said.
Well, I broke this down in my breakdown of the last episode. There are a lot of times, like when he's kind of like dying because of the glass.
Yeah.
And the other witch is like, he's young and he's strong, and Agatha's like, no, don't. And then she looks at Rio and she's like, don't. And I'm like, oh, she's telling Death, don't take him. I was like, oh.
Well, Rio also said at one point, she goes, I need the bodies.
Exactly. Yeah, she's totally Death. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Are they gonna mark her that? Do you think they will actually?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're mentioning Mephisto and stuff like that. I think she played some part in whatever was happening with Agatha giving her son to Mephisto, possibly for the Darkhold, and then maybe because I think if she thinks her son could possibly be reincarnated in Teen, then her son probably died. Which means Death would have had to take her son, which is probably what she was talking about in that circle when she was like, I have a scar. I had to do something that I was made to do that hurt somebody I loved. I think that was possibly taking her son.
2 questions. One, what was the theory of she sacrificed her son for the Darkhold? Did I just make that up out of my head?
No, that's what Jennifer said to Teen. She was like, you better watch out. And he's like, oh, I know all about her. He's like, do you know that she traded her son for the Darkhold? Book of the Damned, which is the same thing.
That's right. And the other one, didn't Lady Death have a major role in the Thanos comic arc?
Oh, yeah. They were like in love. Same thing.
So do you think she makes it out of Agatha all along and is part of the story moving forward?
Oh, yeah, I would hope so.
Right.
And well, one, I would hope you wouldn't waste a character like that, and two, I would hope that you wouldn't waste an actress like that as well.
I think she's doing great. Once again,
Yeah.
guys, if you watched or you listened 4 or 5 episodes ago before Agatha dropped, I was super pessimistic. I was like, nope, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be agenda driven, and I am absolutely thoroughly enjoying it. And this isn't on the list. Let's talk about it really quick though, because we have to. I think we should review each week really fast. Penguin episode 3, different pace, still absolutely crushing it.
Here's one thing about the Penguin that I can say that I have not genuinely felt about any other show that I've watched in forever. I am genuinely disappointed when the show ends, and I want the next show ASAP. I'm like, I need to see episode 4. I gotta know what happens. And I feel like that's how it's been after each episode. They've kept that feeling for me. Yeah. It's been a while. Like even with Agatha, like I'm in Agatha now. Like I'm into it.
Yeah.
But I kind of think I know what's going to happen, right? So I'm just kind of like, I'm just waiting. But with the Penguin, I'm like, dang it, I need the next.
I'm intentionally waiting.
We have no idea what's going to happen, and the fact that I loved getting Vic's backstory. We needed it.
It was cool because it ties in more of the Batman and stuff like that.
Spoiler alert, really quick. Click off if you haven't watched it because I have to talk about this. So, Sophia and Oz. At the very end, he's like letting it out to her. Like, I let you down. I do care about you. And it's heartfelt. And then a second later, Vic's
he's like,
do we get Sophia? He's like, no, we're out of here.
Leave her. Who cares?
Leave her. I mean, that speaks a lot to Oz, like the duality of what's going on with him.
Well, I think he thought that he was outed. Like she knew. So who cares, right? She knows what I was doing. So she's
got the vibe that he was trying to save his ass and just
get out of there. But I mean, dude, they were on their knees.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I feel like that, like that was it. Like she knows after all that, like she knows that he was freaking, what do they call that? Double agent. You know?
If anything happens to Victor, we riot. That's all I'm saying. We riot. Victor is,
I don't think it's off limits. I think this show will do anything it wants to do.
I think Wes is spot on. I think this is Victor Freeze in the future.
That'd be so sick.
I just wonder how it happens. All right.
Because now, I don't know if you noticed, but it's been Vic the whole time. Episode 1, 2, it was Vic. This one, it was Victor. He even said somebody asked him, he's like, my name is Victor.
Gotcha. Well, and you know what? Going back just real quick, I just want to, because I just love this show. When he was telling her, it was like, fine, you want to do this? Like, and he talks about like betraying her and everything. He's like, was it worth it? Yeah. Like, guy like me, owning this, doing this. He's like,
yeah, I got
was it worth it? Yeah, love it. And then she was just kind of like, well, dang, like, honesty, like that's like brutally honest.
I thought they were connecting. I thought they were connecting, and then he's like, we're out of here. And then he tells Victor, we're in it now, buddy.
Yeah, that one was really good. Dude, it's such a good show. Like,
Colin Farrell is like the GOAT.
Watch it.
It's
so crazy. You don't even know it's him, man. It's like you just see the character, right? Which I think is actually a really good part to the show. You don't see an actor, you just see the character.
I know he doesn't want to get back in the suit, and he said he got depressed doing it. There's no way.
Please do a movie or something.
It's coming.
Yeah,
all right.
We need a movie or something. It's
Nolan's next film with Matt Damon. We just briefly talked about that. Is that the one we're talking about? Dishes?
No, that was the Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg UFO. What is Nolan's next movie?
We don't know. So we're probably not going to know until next year. And I have a feeling that Matt Damon's not the only person that's going to be involved. Mainly because if
Nolan, Matt's in it, then Ben's in it. Probably. They do everything together now. They have their own studio.
Well, I think Cillian Murphy might be in it as well. Like
Cillian could be in it. If Matt's in it, Ben's in it. That means
Downey
Ocean's
could be
11.
in it. I mean,
no. Titty Batman.
What? Keaton? No, not Clooney.
Clooney. No. I did.
You want like an Ocean's 15 or something?
I did see something where Ocean's 14 is happening. I saw something about that. I'm excited.
What were you saying, West?
We can't gloss over the fact that Jimmy he knows George Clooney by Titty Batman.
That is the association that Jimmy has in his brain. George Clooney is nothing but Titty Batman.
It's partly because I got rolled for putting him at number 5 on my best 5 live Batman actors.
It's not often Jimmy gets roasted for his list. It's very often that I get roasted for mine, but
I got roasted.
You don't find Jimmy getting roasted that often.
I got roasted on that one for sure. All right, Hurricane Helene and Milton. Obviously tragedy with Helene and everything that's going on with that. Milton is about to hit. I think
48 minutes. I've got Reed Timmer up right now. He is going to be the eye wall is approaching 48 minutes. So So
category 5, super dangerous. Obviously, it looks like most people have gotten out. I have seen the viral Lieutenant Dan guy that is staying there in his 20-foot.
He was evacuated. Yeah, like they got him.
They made him.
He was in a 20-foot boat with a soft top, and he said he was in God's hands. I text T. Martin, who is a good friend of mine, lives in Orlando. Asked him if they were leaving. He said no. Orlando's usually not as bad, but they have bunkered down. They expect to not have power for a couple days. I told him if you can live stream it, live stream it. Yeah.
I'm from Orlando. Like I grew up in Orlando, so, and I was born in Pensacola, Florida. I grew up in Orlando. Since I was 12, I moved there. I've been through so many hurricanes. Orlando's usually fine, but I have so many friends who live in like Cocoa on the beach right now.
Yeah.
My editor for the Cosmic Wonder, Chris, he lives in Daytona. And I'm like, dude, he bought a house last week. I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like, oh no. But it really typically is
Tampa,
Orlando. Tampa's getting destroyed.
It's probably gonna miss it. Actually, it's Sarasota. I think is gonna hit.
Oh, Sarasota.
That's where the eye wall.
Yeah, which is just that's basically kind of Tampa.
If you're there, be safe.
Be careful, please.
Obviously, our thoughts are with everybody. It's super, super scary. I don't even like to fathom. You see stuff like that all the time on news, and it doesn't really hit home. Like that's somebody's home. That's their belongings. That's their livelihood.
Yeah.
That's their family heirlooms. All kinds of stuff that you can never get back. It's irreplaceable. It's wild. I just hope everybody's okay. And I'm glad they evacuated Lieutenant Dan.
They're like, you're gonna die, dude. Get out. Like,
so I saw a video earlier. It was last night, and the guys were running up to his boat, and they're like, Lieutenant Dan, are you here? And he comes out of the top of it. It's a soft top boat. He's like, I'm still here, boys. And he goes, I don't see what the big deal is. I'm in a boat. The water goes down, the water goes up. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's not going to make it.
Yeah, that thing's capsized.
I was going to say, until a wave capsizes you, man.
Yeah. All right. Last one on our main topics before we get into some segments. KSI is getting hate roasted for his song Thick of It, viral marketing, or real emotions. It is 100% guaranteed that every bit of it is staged in viral marketing. I'm watching his replies and his kickbacks to everybody. It is scripted. It is absolutely brilliant. That's it. That's what's happening. So basically, if you don't know, Warren, do you know anything about this?
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting roasted by everybody, so on and so forth. Even like browsers, like the Opera browser, like we added a function where it'll automatically mute if KSI is coming. I mean, but you see his reactions when people are doing it. Like I think it was Speed. Speed was doing it. He was on the phone.
Yeah.
And then he hangs up on him. It's all scripted. It's all staged, and it's because KSI, MrBeast, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, these guys understand. They get it. They know.
They get how to get views. They have talking.
They have the keys to the viral Ferrari. They know what they're doing. They know how to play it.
So I watched. I talked about this before, but I watched a Korean reality show called, I think it's called The Influencer, and they go through different tests, and then there's this one where you could get likes or you could get dislikes, and everybody is trying to avoid, getting dislikes. They want to get likes or nothing until one guy realizes. They're like, wait a second. They're like, no, like being an influencer is about being the center of attention. They're like, so he goes and he gets all the dislikes he can get. And then at the end they reveal, they're like, it doesn't matter if you're getting likes or dislikes. If people are talking about you, you are an influencer. If you're in the center of attention. And that's all this is here.
That's what they do.
That's all this is. It doesn't matter what type of attention. It's the classic saying, there's no such thing as bad press. Like if people are talking about you, it's working.
Yeah. And you can guarantee if people are talking about you and you're at the level they're at and you have monetization routes, you can guarantee. So let's say MrBeast is going through it, right? And he's getting sued, and the whole Amazon thing, or this Rosario Dawson lady that used to do cooking, and now all she does is expose MrBeast. I don't know if you guys have seen her. I think that was her. No, not Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson.
That's Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Rosie. She was a YouTuber. She cooks.
Yeah, yeah.
Short. Anyway, all she does is exposés on MrBeast. When that is happening, or KSI is getting hate roasted, normal people are like, oh my gosh, they're roasting him. He's not going to recover. But what's actually happening in the background is his monetary channels are just going up and up and up. Yep. That's it. They're pinging off. That's what happens. I mean, these views, the Star Wars theory, the Star Wars explained drama, both of them
massive
on the
views.
Back end, their analytics, ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. So do we know, like, I don't think MrBeast and them have even lost subscribers.
No, they're not going. They're past that.
It doesn't.
Man.
They're past that. Yeah. Somebody was asking me, like, do you think MrBeast can be canceled? No. Absolutely not. No possible way.
Logan
you know how many
Paul
times
had his baby. Go ahead.
You know how many times I tried to cancel PewDiePie and Logan Paul for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it YouTube canceled the series with PewDiePie, like all that stuff of, saying that he was,
Dr. Disrespect is back streaming on YouTube. He's like the #2 streamer.
Yeah, you know why? Because he don't care. And that's honestly, like, if you're in a position, you have to have that attitude, or you, like, when you get canceled, it's you either allow yourself to, or you don't allow yourself to. And Dr. Disrespect is like, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no canceled. There's only criminal going forward. That's how it is.
I was going to say, there are obviously some things that are like beyond forgiveness. And you're like, holy crap. Like, no, right.
For sure.
But yeah.
I mean, Logan Paul had his kid. He did a video of his wife in the hospital right after she had the kid, and he's got the lunch list set up, and he's like, all right, baby, I know you're hungry. Do you want the nachos? Do you want the
zero shame? But you know what? He's rich as hell.
So what do we do, Warren? How do we ride that edgy line? Because we're not edgy. We're not edgy at all. We're the opposite of edgy.
You guys don't know the real me. No.
What do we do? How do we get
venom in the background?
How do we get fake canceled?
I've done things with this axe before.
Actually, I who do we call out? What podcast do we call out?
No, I don't like that stuff. I feel like I have done such a decent job in my YouTube career.
I gotta ask you, Warren.
Yeah.
If we cross the line at some point and like we say something that really offends another rival podcast, are you ready to go to war?
Oh, totally. I mean, how many times have you guys seen me say I stick by what I say? I do.
Okay.
I stick by what I say.
There's a hill he's dying on.
I
was on another podcast recently, and it's not out yet, and I think they wanted to be a surprise, so I'm not gonna say who it is. But they asked me, they're like, "Are you a nice guy?" I'm like, "Sometimes." Yeah. Like, what do you mean? You seem so nice. I was like, "Yeah, until you're a douche to me, then I'm gonna be a douche to you."
Right.
Like, okay. I have two, I have more than one side, right? And
if somebody brings heat at us, you got my back.
Totally, 100%.
All right.
They will not win this meme war. I'm telling you this much.
Yeah. So me personally, I've been through some. Wes.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna ask you because you've been in this for like over 10 years, right? You've been on YouTube.
I have been memed virally twice.
Jimmy's the harbinger of death, bro. That's what Jimmy is. He's the harbinger of death.
First time I was memed for the Fortnite hottest female skins, and it went viral when they made the TikTok on that one. The second one was last year, the year before. I said I did a zombies map top 10, and this dude made fun of me, and it became a huge thing that I said Kino was the best map because of blah blah blah, and I was super mean for that.
I mean, it's not a bad take, by the way.
I redid that video just the other day and played right into it, and apparently that dude's like off the reservation with all his own drama, so karma. Anyway, but the one that sticks out to me, I've been in some wars for sure, on Twitter and everything like that. I got into it with a guy called, what was his name?
Was it the CS guy?
No. The chicken rooster guy.
Oh,
8 Thoughts.
8 Thoughts. Oh my God, that buffoon.
I got into it with a Call of Duty guy that was he was a Cod Troll, and it went back and forth.
Professional Cod Troll.
Yeah, it got to a point where I took my family on vacation, and we're in Florida at a condo on the beach. And this guy goes in a video and says, basically, I wish Chaos and his entire family were like exterminated off the planet, kids and everything.
Wow.
So I messaged him and I was like, I need your phone number. He gave me his phone number. And what's really weird is I called him and I was like, okay, man to man, that's off limits. You're talking about my kids. You crossed the line. Crazy. He goes, you're absolutely right. Sorry about it. Deleted the video. And then the next day he's talking shit about me again normally. But it was like
but
that
no kids.
No,
It
was legal. It's tournament legal.
Right.
Yeah, it was that mutual agreement that I called him as Jimmy and he talked to me as whatever the heck his name was. And we're no. And that was it. It was wild.
Yeah. There's and I've had
others.
People.
I've kept drama. I'm not naming names. I know some drama you've had.
But I've kept my mouth shut about it because it's always against me.
Yeah.
I don't ever, you know what I'm saying? Like people have done some messed up stuff to me.
Yeah, you don't instigate
and I have not,
anything. Yeah.
No, and I haven't revealed anything anyone's done to me except to a few close friends, right? But I've never put it out there because you know what? What I do is I talk about what I talk about, and my personal life and the other people attacking me is not really a part of that. Yeah, I could milk it and get a lot of views because some bad stuff's been said to me, some shitty things have been done to me. Sorry about that. But I let it go, because at the end of the day, you think like Star Wars Theory said it best when people are trying to demonetize him. They're like, dude, this is like not just like my life, but like people I employ's life. Same for me. It's like, 100%. I employ people, I employ a couple guys and, like freelance work and independent work and stuff like that. Like I have normal guys that I go to and stuff like that. It's like, it's my life. Right. So I don't want to dive into all that stuff. Like, I could out people, but it's their life too. And even though they're pieces of crap, whatever.
Just as long as I know that you're ready to suit up, if the horn sounds, you're ready to roll. I'm good.
I try to be as nice as possible all the time, but here's what's on my bad side.
Here's the reason I say this. If we continue, we're growing, we're small, we're a little minnow, obviously in the big sea of things when it comes to podcasts and pop culture. There could come a time in the future we get lucky and we get blessed and we grow a bunch. We're gonna have there's
almost inevitable.
There's gonna be drama whether we want it or not.
So you know how many people have made videos about my Cosmic Wonder channel talking crap about me, and I'm just like, you know what? You wish you were me.
We're both super seasoned, which is a good thing with what we're doing. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do hit or miss. Let's get off the drama. Hit or miss.
Speaking of drama, hit or miss, guys.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Give me a second.
I remember the CSGO guy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wes. Yeah. What did he get on to me for?
We use like footage of another person's channel, and then remember he reached out to that person, struck our video, and then he was like tweeting about us and stuff.
We had the same thing happen with the Fortnite guy that didn't want me making Fortnite top 10s. You remember that?
Yeah.
His name was actually the Fortnite guy.
Yeah. And I've actually talked to that dude. Like I did some stuff with him at G Fuel, and that guy sucks. Like he
own a monopoly on that stuff.
He did. He reached out to me. He's like, you really don't need to be doing these. You're not doing them for the right reasons or whatever. And this is when I'm peak Fortnite. Like my Fortnite top 10s are getting like 1 million views a pop. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, now he does.
I wouldn't even respond.
Irrelevant now.
Yeah. I don't respond to that crap.
Okay.
If I'm in the mood for entertainment, I do.
True. Okay, guys.
I always think the best way, and I think we're off the record now, right?
Yeah, we're off the record.
We're on.
We're sending it.
No,
okay.
no, off the record. I don't know. I always think the best way. I always think the best way to deal with low people, like when you're talking about those bad comments first, I'm like, I just ignore them. Killing them with kindness is really funny.
Oh,
Ashley would be nodding her head with you so hard right now, and she'd be looking at me like, listen to Warren, Jimmy.
Well, you know what's funny is like anytime I get like really bad hate comments on my channel, I'll click the little icon and I'm like, oh look, 76 subscribers. Oh look, a bunch of Marvel videos. I get it. You hate me because you're not me.
I poke the bear.
Dude, I hide people all the time, bro. I got filters that are like multifaceted. Like you come over here and talk shit to me, bro.
You're bringing no toxicity to Wes's channel.
Zero toxicity, bro. I hide.
I've got filters. Yeah. I filter out other YouTubers' names.
I personally, I don't care, but.
We're off the record, right?
No.
Yeah, we're off the record.
We have not been off the record. No, don't say
Whatever.
anything off the record.
I'm not
Let's
saying
roll. This
anything
is
else.
raw.
Okay,
This is good.
we're doing a live. We're doing a live.
Yeah.
Screw
Don't say what you're gonna say. You can tell us after. But this has been really good stuff.
Okay, we're gonna keep it in. Okay, guys, hit or miss time.
All right.
It is time. Hit or miss. Okay, ready? You got your signs? Everything up?
I just noticed something.
What'd you notice?
Is it more red today?
No, it's washed out in real life. I never looked down. I always looked at it in the camera. I never actually looked at it. It's actually not red. It's washed out.
Mine's not.
Yours is
mine's
bright red.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel better now. All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go, guys. Hit or miss. We have first and foremost Interstellar.
Biggest hit.
Got hit.
You know, it's in the
man,
theater.
That's
It's gonna be in the theaters again pretty soon.
I saw
and
that.
I will go watch it again.
It is a top 5 on my all-time movie list, which we did not too long ago, and
It's an amazing movie.
I probably watch it once a year, and it really, really still makes me. I get in my head, like I'll go in the shower and I'll think about stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, real quick though.
Fantastic.
Interstellar or Inception? What's better?
Or Inception.
Interstellar, all day.
I don't know. I really like Inception.
Inception for me. Inception.
I think
W.
it's a
the scene where they go on the planet and every second is like a year, hour, whatever.
That's
gnarly.
crazy.
Did you guys know? Did you know that the song in the back there's a little tick every,
and that's for every year, right?
It's for every year.
Oh,
it's
right.
Subtle,
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Genius. Okay, Inception is better. Hit or miss, guys. Silent Hill 2 remake. Did you guys play it yet?
I can't say anything because I haven't played it.
You think I'm gonna play that game?
Well, no,
I'll give it a thumbs up off of what I've seen game footage and some of the Easter eggs that I've already seen out there. I think it's looking good personally. Have you played it?
Pass.
Well, I'll say hit because Bluebird team they pulled it off. They clutched up. Okay, guys, hit or miss. The Mandalorian.
Season 1 was not a hit.
I thought it was good.
It was slow.
Season 1 was slow.
It was slow, but it was still one of those slow shows where I kind of was like, okay, what's going to happen in more of like an anticipation type of way rather than like, okay, oh my gosh, something happened.
I'll say it was a hit, but I do want to say that I feel like it built itself up to being a hit.
Yeah.
It didn't come out of the gates firing to me.
Sure. No, it definitely got better, but I think as they incorporated Boba Fett, which wasn't an amazing series.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as they incorporated like his character and Bo-Katan and everything like that, I'm like, dude, stuff's going down. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, yeah, this is really cool.
There's 2 ways to do it, like we talked about. I feel like you come out guns blazing and you attach. The other way is you come out a little slow, but
and you build
everything is consistently paced and ramped up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Next up we have Ahsoka.
One of my favorites.
I don't know. I get so much hate. There are some
Who's
scenes
who's hating on it?
A lot of people.
There's some people that are hating on it, but they hate on everything the Star Wars.
I think it was a hit. I think it was.
What are they specifically hating on about it?
I mean, the casting choice. They don't like Rosario. Yeah.
I think Rosario was perfect as Ahsoka. I just heard overall people just really didn't like the series out there, but that could just be the minority speaking up the loudest.
The vocal minority. Gotta love those people.
I'm pretty sure in one of our top 5's coming. Okay, all right.
No, I think it was great. I said, the Sabine Wren thing, giving the map and everything was kind of like wow, but that's part of the story. So.
It invoked a reaction out of you.
It did, yeah. And I'd rather have that reaction than have nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, hit or miss, guys. Dune Part 2.
I can't get into these Dune movies. They're good.
I didn't like the first Dune.
The first Dune was super slow. There was more action with Dune Part 2. I'm gonna go on the fence. I'm gonna go. I don't care.
Dude, Dune Part 2 is the Empire Strikes Back of that Dune series.
I guess so. Yeah.
But
why do I need that when I have the Empire Strikes Back?
Well, you know what's funny is when Dune came out, it was right after the Eternals, and everybody was hating on the Eternals but loved Dune, and I was like, dude, they're like the same movie to me. Like they feel the same. Dune 1 was really slow, and I was just kind of like, I was kind of bored, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Dune 2 to me was a really good movie, so I think it's a hit.
It was entertaining.
The cinematography of both films were insane.
I agree.
That too, I can really appreciate. Yeah, but like to me, it's kind of like, okay, you have some really cool cinematography, but like I'm still bored.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like that in the second one.
Agreed. Okay, next up we have hit or miss, The Witcher Netflix. Choose wisely, answer correctly.
I mean, I think it's a hit because
I'm gonna get exposed. I haven't really watched all of it.
Okay.
So I don't typically like things that are this dark. Like there's some dark things in it, but I'm like, you know what? It really hooked me to where I wanted to keep watching it. So hit. I mean,
season
and
1
Henry
hit.
Cavill is awesome.
Season 1 hit. We got to see the Butcher of Blaviken.
It degressed.
Yeah.
I don't know the Witcher. I don't know the Witcher lore that great.
I don't either, but I watched one episode and I was like, all right, I gotta watch all.
Season 1 good. The ball sack armor was not a fan of. Like the Nilfgaardian armor, that was literally just a ball sack. Like not good. Like you have never heard of that? I'm gonna send you guys something later.
No. Okay.
About the Nilfgaardian armor. Like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's literally ball sack.
We're here to review the ball sack armor.
Hold on, let me pull it up right now.
I'm gonna pass on this one as well.
this next one, I'm gonna get hate.
I don't ever read the list, so go ahead, hit it.
Okay, here we go. We have Andor. Hit or miss.
It was boring.
Oh, Jimmy doesn't like it because it's boring.
It was boring.
See, I'm like in the middle. I think it's overall hit, but it was kind of slow for me too. Yeah.
Which is crazy because I know there are so many fans out there that said it's one of the best.
I mean, I did like it, but yeah. No, that's why I say it's a hit. But it isn't one of my favorite things from Star Wars.
I'm calling it a miss.
So
we are now in the age of Jimmy getting plaque, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, that's a hot take, Jimmy.
I'm being honest. It was boring.
First half
it was a slower pace.
I know it was more of a wasn't it like a detective noir vibe type?
Right, and I liked it.
Mystery.
I like that. Yeah. It's preference.
I think season 2 will be insane.
I need lightsaber battles. I'm just saying.
Really? I mean,
I am almost kind of that way too.
You give me Darth Maul in every movie, show, whatever. I'm good to go.
Some of the best Star Wars stories over the last 10 years have been without lightsabers, man.
Exactly, and that's why I've changed now. That's why I've changed now.
Now
I don't need it.
We can get rid of the Skywalker saga. Get rid of all that. We don't want to talk about anything Skywalker going forward. Let's get some new stuff.
At some points, I'm a very shallow fan.
Yeah, it's just something about the.
See, I'm a big lore guy when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah,
like Star Wars has my favorite lore. No, Lord of the Rings has my favorite lore, but Star Wars is a very close second.
Yeah,
it's a good top 3 for sure. Okay, next up, guys, hit or miss. Sentry in the MCU.
We don't know, but Six Finger Bob, I think is going to be a hit.
Six Finger Bob. 5 Finger Bob is going to be dope.
If they don't VFX edit it and make him with 6 fingers, it's a huge miss. If we don't go to the movie theater and notice that he has 6 finger and somebody references 6 Finger Bob, I think it's a huge miss on Feige's.
What if that's the asterisk, bro? The asterisk is just the 6th finger.
Oh, is the 6th finger?
Oh my god. We figured it out. Okay, guys, hit or miss. Battle Royale games.
Huge hit. I know it's easy to hate on them and oh no, they faded. They're not the same anymore. Come on. Battle Royale games changed the gaming landscape.
They did.
It will never go back.
No, it's a huge hit.
I played a match of Fortnite last night with my 11-year-old boy. I haven't played Fortnite in 2 years, and I had fun. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had fun.
Did you get a victory Von Doom?
We got second. You
didn't get a victory Von Doom?
Dude, how do you defeat Doom at the end? I have no idea. I've only played it like 3 times. He's stupid OP. He just claps. I've gotten second like 3 times. Well, I haven't played it since that one night, but oh my gosh, it's so hard.
I played with Grady and Laney the other night, and this game is foreign to me from what I grew up on, what I played in the OG days. And so we're almost at the end. We're like top 5. We've all got, I think I've got like claws, like Black Panther's melee claws or something.
Oh yeah.
And then Grady's got like the Iron Man suit. So he's flying around trying to find us loot. And this car comes up and I'm like, oh, Lainey, turn around. It's a car. She's like, Dad, no, run. And I'm like, we don't run. And we start shooting the car and stuff. And apparently I was supposed to know there's 2 medallions above the car. Mm-hmm. And apparently people with medallions are OP, and we got
just stupid OP. Yeah. I gotta say that Jimmy's got to be like the coolest dad, like playing games with his kid, made a career off of talking about video games and stuff. Like,
I like to think I'm pretty cool. I tell the kids that, and they just kind of whatever, Dad.
Well, of course you can't tell your own kids you're cool.
I mean,
that's cool.
We go through McDonald's or Kroger. If I get recognized by face or voice, like Lainey will just like roll her eyes and like. Nah.
I would like to announce something. Jimmy's weekly 6:05 alarm is popping off right now.
I was gonna say someone's alarm's going off.
It's 6:05 alarm. It happens every time, every week. 6:05.
We have to keep it in there now.
Oh, we got to keep it in there. Yeah, we're sending it.
It's the first time I've noticed it.
Oh yeah, every week I remember like 6:05 p.m. It's there. Okay, next up, guys, we have time travel plots.
Ooh. They can get messy.
When you think of movies that do it right, like Back to the Future, it's a hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
when
hit
everything
overall.
Connects. I'm trying to think of a bad one. That didn't.
Well, there's times where it can get really convoluted, and like right now, for example, in the multiverse of the MCU, there's time travel, and then there is multiverse travel, and then there's like time travel within your own universe, and then time travel within the multiverse as a whole. Like it can get pretty when you don't establish a clear cut defined rule, it gets messy and confusing, which is actually where I kind of think we're at in the MCU right now.
See, like Back to the Future, I mean, Doc, he's explaining it to Marty, and it's like, here's the timeline, it's skewed off here, this is why, and you're good to go. Keep it simple.
There's a Big Bang Theory episode where they talk about Back to the Future, where they're even discussing like it doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it does. And they're going through it. I'm like,
yeah, I agree.
But that's like Back to the Future 3 or 2 that they're talking about, not the OG.
All right, it's theory time. Theory number 1. E.T. Star Wars theory from user Maria Ray Lopez on Reddit in Star Wars Episode 1. We can see how some guys of the same race encourage a vote in the Senate, when much later in a galaxy very, very close, E.T. passes a boy dressed as Yoda. There is no doubt that the poor abandoned alien recognizes his master and proclaims aloud, "My house." Considering his magical healing power and the ability to make bikes fly, you only have to add 2 and 2 together. E.T. is a Jedi. Wow!
I've heard this one before.
I have not heard that before.
I have.
So
I'm for it.
A boy passes E.T. as Yoda. I remember that. E.T. does react.
Right. I'm for it.
Wow.
Totally.
Jedi E.T. He would not be good with lightsabers.
I don't think he would, no. But he can use the Force to make a bicycle fly. I'm for it. I like it. Full send. Boom.
Okay.
I mean, is he that far off from Yoda, though? I mean...
No, Yoda
you know
can use a lightsaber.
We don't know if E.T. can use a lightsaber.
He's got
because all of a sudden... I get it, but Yoda just pops off one day, and we're like...
Yeah.
Who knows? That was epic in the theater, by the way, when he popped off.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Next theory is Todd Phillips intentionally made Joker fully a divisive film to troll those who misinterpreted the first movie and potentially the studio itself. This stems from the sequel's departure in tone and themes, incorporating elements like musical numbers that many found jarring. Phillips previously expressed frustration with audiences missing the point of the original film. They missed it to the point of $1 billion, leading some to believe he deliberately subverted expectations with the sequel. The film's meta-narrative, with Harley Quinn potentially representing toxic fandom, further fuels the theory. However, it remains just a theory, as there's no concrete evidence to confirm Phillips' intentions, and the film's reception ultimately remains subjective. No, it doesn't. The film sucks. Everybody is saying it sucks. And if Todd Phillips is going with this theory, it's because that's his excuse. It's called, I wanted to do something off different to the side and be creative and really strike a tone and blah, blah, blah.
That can really ruin some things, and that's exactly what he did.
You failed.
To me, sometimes I throw this out sometimes, just talking to friends and stuff. I'm like, it's not that deep. Yeah. Like, sometimes it's just, it doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep. And, I don't, in my mind, I'm not him, right? I'm not a movie maker. I don't know him. So, but in my mind, as just me, who cares? I don't care if people miss the point of the first movies. Like you said, they missed the point to $1 billion, right? Yeah. And there, it's almost just like you almost have a responsibility at that point in time, whether you like it or not, right? It's placed upon you. And I think you just crapped on it and spit in the faces of a lot of fans by trying to undo the first one. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this theory is true. And he's like, screw you guys. But if the theory is true, It's like, okay, well then you intentionally said screw you. So good, get the hell out of DC. Don't ever come back. We don't want you there.
Yep.
If it's true.
I agree.
And also if it's not true, it was simply terrible. And hey, we don't want you there anyways.
Yep. I agree. All right, we have a couple random topics before we get into our top fives. First one is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Oh, Dragon Ball
Sparking Zero.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Sparking Zero. That's the name of the game.
Yes.
90K players on Steam, early launch.
Is that good?
That's like, dude,
that's good.
For an early access, like you have to buy the digital deluxe. Like, dude,
right?
They're doing incredibly well. Like, I believe the pre-orders, they were at the like top of Steam. They were doing better than COD. It's insane.
Is it just?
Well, I pre-ordered COD. I didn't pre-order.
Is it just a fight-based Dragon Ball? Like,
yeah, it's a Tenkaichi series. So like it's like an arena type, game.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
it's really good. It's fun.
We can tell who put that random topic on the list.
I sure did. You're right, and it's destroying players.
Okay, all right. Next one's more interesting to me. Wendy's Krabby Patty dropped today.
I think it was yesterday it dropped.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
I think I might go after the podcast. I might go get one.
I'm gonna do a TikTok and try it out. I'm definitely excited about it. It's brilliant marketing.
I'm ready.
It's brilliant marketing.
I'm ready.
This next one really, really enrages me. Jack Doherty, whatever the heck
I saw it. Yep.
Driving on his phone, totals his McLaren. So
in the rain, hold on. In the rain
on his phone, hydroplanes, crashes, make sure he keeps his phone on, does not have any regard for his camera guy who is stuck in the passenger seat, bleeding, goes over to him, are you okay? And then hands him a camera and tells him to start filming.
Get the other angle.
It is, I'm going to make my kids watch it. And I'm going to tell them, this is not how you treat human beings. This is not how you go about life when you think it's all about for clicks and views. He is as shallow of a person. And I know he's like 19 or 18. He's super young adult, hasn't seen life, doesn't really know trials and tribulations. But holy crap, if that is a testament to any amount of the people his age that are in that type of live streaming thought of clicks and stuff, I am scared to death.
I see a lot of these younger people like putting their own lives and other people's lives in danger because they don't think they actually are. It's like, you don't think driving and streaming is dangerous. Dude, it freaking is. And look what happened.
It's
and
it's not just that. It's the total disregard for the well-being of another human being. If that's you or me or Wes, we're not thinking about our phone. We're going
I'm like,
to try
dude,
to
you
get
okay?
this
Dude, you okay? Right. Yeah, totally.
Should he be charged criminally? I absolutely think there should be repercussions for his actions because he endangered himself, he endangered his cameraman, and he potentially endangered everybody on the interstate.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't hit another car. He was right by other cars. Like he slid through them miraculously. But no, it's
it makes me mad.
It's reckless. And there's countless charges you can get for being reckless driving, all that's like totally.
I mean,
endangerment. Yeah, I'm like stack it up.
Yeah, I had I knew a guy, I don't want to say too much, but I knew a guy, content creator, very young, left his home very young because he was making so much money and just nobody looked out for him. And he was a brat, like a brat. And everybody else thought he was super cool because, he's this guy, a streamer and like, blah, blah, blah. He's got all these, everyone just, and like, he would come to me and say things, but like, no, I'm not doing that. He'd be like, what? I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And then sometimes he'd be like, well, if you don't do this, I'm not doing that. I'm like, good, piss off. Like, get the hell out of here. And he'd be like, no, I'm sorry. I'd be like, yeah, you're not used to people telling you no, but I don't care at all. This is before I was a creator. They
don't know how to interact or deal with people.
Or exactly.
Which is crazy because you think they have these millions of fans, but they don't actually know how to connect.
Exactly. Yeah.
People. He got on his TikTok that same night and was just following people back for galaxies.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. 343 Industries is now called Halo Studios, a studio Halo is going to Unreal Engine 5, multiple projects in the works. It's all cool. I was excited. It looks really good in Unreal Engine 5. Making a new studio name doesn't change anything. You got to actually make the games what they need to be. But I saw a video. I saw a video and the guy was talking about the new chief of operations.
It was the chief of staff.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I think it's a load of baloney. I think people are complaining to complain. They looked at like her profile and she's got like, you know, some pronouns and
she's got a pronoun. She says she's all about bringing inclusivity to gaming.
I mean, it's Microsoft we're talking about, dude. Like, bro, like these people just complain to complain. I think
who freaking cares, man? It's video games.
We're just off the heels of Concord, which that developing studio literally.
That's Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a massive
$400 million failure. Yeah, it was $400 million bucks that they cost Sony. But like, I think that like, I saw that report or like the people like berating the chief of staff. Like whenever there's like people like, I'm gonna say right now, these people that are complaining about the chief of staff, they don't play games, they don't play Halo, they just want to complain.
They're just looking for clicks and views.
Exactly, they're just grifters. The top grifter of the top grifter. They're the worst type of people. Play video games, stop complaining about it. Like, I agree, some games are like kind of agenda driven. You could tell Ubisoft is going through it right now. They're going to continuously go through it until they either get bought out or, you know, something changes. But like, you know, can we just get back to the games? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I've always
make the lore good with Halo.
Seriously, like when they were complaining about what's called Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah,
it's like there's not enough diversity, and it's like, dude, they're freaking monkeys. It's like, shut the hell up and play an awesome game, because the game is awesome. It's like, come on, guys.
It's literally about the Monkey King. You know,
I say it again. I say this is one of those situations. It's not that deep. It's just play the freaking video game about monkeys clicks and views, dude.
That's like, all it is.
On, man.
Yeah. I personally love Halo, and I want it to be in the best spot it can be.
Yeah,
totally.
But like a chief of staff is not going to dictate like the quality of a game. Like, they'll dictate like, you know, the people that they employ. But like, I mean, if the game sucks, then the game sucks. But it's not going to suck because of the woke and the DEI agendas. You know,
right?
Yeah.
All right, it's top 5 time.
I overcooked.
You're good.
You're good. He said I overcooked. Okay.
All opinions are welcome on this show.
Heck yeah, dude.
I've had plenty of opinions that haven't gone over well, so
super opinionated segment. We put these top 5s up on TikTok and Instagram, and
you all let us know how you feel.
Some do really well. We haven't been really berated lately. I'm pretty sure.
I'm surprised I haven't with the NBA top 5s that went up on.
I haven't checked that shorts.
I've checked a few, and you know what I said before. You know, maybe I was a little too like not emotional, but like picking more of my favorite players than the best players. Maybe, but I don't care. Whatever, bring it on.
All right, top 5 female villains in movie or TV. I'll go first.
Actually, a little harder than I thought it would be.
I'm going to go first. My number 5 pick is Rachel McAdams in Mean Girls. She is Regina George.
I thought about putting her on there. Yeah.
She's a really good villain.
Iconic villain.
Yeah.
In like pop culture. Like I still quote Mean Girls to this day sometime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Totally. Yep. Mine, even though I haven't finished the entire thing. Cersei Lannister.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
Why did I know when I put this on the list? I was like, there's a couple of these that Wes is going to be like, yes, good choice. That was one of them.
It should be lower, in my opinion, but I'll let you have it.
Number 4 for me is Angelina Jolie in Maleficent.
She
seems to pop up. I mean, I gave her an honorable mention on something the other day, but she's the perfect villain.
She is an honorable mention in mine.
Sure, she
I have it listed. Mm-hmm. You want to see it?
No, I believe you totally.
I have it.
I
have it right here.
I believe you.
I took her off.
Everybody knows your playbook that watches all of these, so it's cool.
Yes. Oh, and I have some plays today, but I think I took her off for this next one, Harley Quinn.
Number 4, Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie?
Yeah, just...
I guess we didn't really specify. Like, I did the actual actresses.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that still works for what I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, when I put
Margot Robbie is Margot
Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3 for me, we're going way back. You guys may not even know this one. Misery, Kathy Bates. She also played Adam
Yes.
Sandler Waterboy's mom. But in
No,
Misery,
I know
she's the
Kathy
one
Bates
that
is,
broke
but
the
yes.
dude's legs on the bed.
Yeah.
She was terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. I think I'm going to get brownie points on TikTok for that one. I do.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right.
So number 3 for me,
Yeah.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Ooh.
See, that's one I knew was going to get
Bellatrix
a good one from
Lestrange.
West. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think you may get brownie points on that one too.
I mean, she's a
killed
great
Sirius Black.
villain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's a
mean,
good
like from the third movie, right? Like she was in it since the third movie, I think.
Did Bellatrix yeah, it was or wait, was it? It was
Or
after
she was mentioned
no,
at least in the
I think she was mentioned, but
in the second one. But when she
she
was
didn't
released,
it was whenever she broke out on the 5th.
yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, she's
It was the order of the- yeah.
crazy,
Order of the
crazy
three.
awesome.
All right, number
I killed
2.
Sirius Black.
Number 2 for
Exactly.
me is Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn.
Okay, there you go.
And you can't even really call her a villain. She's like the anti-villain or the. I mean, she's Deadpool. She's, I guess, in the same court as Thanos. He was a villain, but he was also trying to do what he thought was good. I mean,
but Harley Quinn, I think, is actually more villainous than most. So I actually avoided like some Marvel villains and DC villains who are like, there are heroes sometimes. Like we're kind of like Emma Frost. Like she's a villain, but you know, sometimes not so much.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, exactly. But like Harley Quinn at her core will kill anybody. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true.
where these other, you know, some other characters aren't like that. Like Harley Quinn will just kill for kill.
Agree. Yep. She was my number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is Hela, Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, I forgot
awesome.
about her.
Ooh, that was a good
That's a
one,
good
yeah.
one. She played that
really
part
thought that
really,
was
really
Kate
good.
Blanchett.
Too.
Kate Blanchett's amazing, but like Hela was really cool. That I mean,
yeah, she was really good.
Was fantastic. Yeah.
Number 1 for me, and I think you really, really downplayed her at number 5. Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, Cersei Lannister. She is the epitome of.
I mean, you do hate her. You hate her.
She makes you hate her.
IRL threats and like hate.
Yeah,
because of how good she played.
Crushed it. That's my number 1.
My number 1 is Oren Ishii, Lucy Liu from Kill Bill.
Kill Bill, Volume 1.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
And that's partially because I freaking love Lucy Liu, but her character, Kill Bill Volume 1.
That's
I mean,
a good one.
It's I think she deserves number 1 for me.
I think we're cooking so far, buddy. I think we're doing
we're good.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
far, no one's been like, what? Like,
okay. All right. Here we go. Top 5 coolest Star Wars characters, and this is completely subjective. Who we think is cool.
Who we like. Okay.
Don't get angry. And number 5 for me, I mean, he was freaking cool. General Grievous. I mean,
yeah,
come
I thought about him.
Come on.
And the
dude's twirling like 6 sabers at a time at one point.
Loves to collect lightsabers. I mean, yeah,
he ended up he sucked. He kind of wasn't really ready to lightsaber battle, but he's cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in my honorable mentions, or should I wait till the end?
No, do it at the end. Do it at the end.
Okay. Number 5, Luke Skywalker.
I didn't think Luke was that cool.
I kind of don't, but I do believe he's like just very iconic. And if you
iconic isn't cool.
If you read more than you watch, he's awesome. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm basing it off of that as well. You know what I mean?
Okay. Number 4, Obi-Wan. He's cool. He's cooler than the other side of the pillow.
So Obi was like my /5 for Luke Skywalker that I ended up putting Luke on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Obi at 5 as well. But yeah, because you're right. He's just awesome.
He's cool.
Yeah. So cool, right? Now we're talking just who we think is cool. Number 4, Thrawn.
Ooh,
I like that.
Admiral Thrawn.
Admiral Thrawn.
Really cool. Yeah.
He is cool. He's like a villain, but he's like everything. He's just
so strategic.
He's smooth.
And smart.
Yeah. Timothy Zahn. That's the goat right there.
All right. Number 3 for me. And I always thought he was the freaking coolest because he had the purple lightsaber and he was just cool. Mace Windu. Yeah.
Totally.
W.
And I mean, Samuel L. is just cool.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, I don't think for me, and this is where I get more into the stuff that that I've read and stuff like that. Darth Nihilus. Some people might not the OGs, no, I shouldn't say the OGs, but the people who really read and dive into things, they'll know. Don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
It's KOTOR, right?
Number 2, This is where I'm probably going to get heat, I guess. I think she's freaking cool. I like Ahsoka Tano.
I love Ahsoka.
I like young version. I like old version.
I think she's super cool. Yeah.
I think she's awesome. And I like her sabers. I like the color of them, and I like the way she fights. I like her
saber. Yeah.
I like her saber.
I have
style.
her saber. You can't see it because it's not in, but it's up there. So is this one. Who was my number 2?
Yeah, I think she fights equivalent to Anakin, which is fitting. I like her.
Does anybody know what saber this is?
No.
Darth Revan.
It is Revan, isn't it? Yeah.
Darth Revan's cool. Darth Revan is visually cool.
Yeah, he really is. This lightsaber is terrible to hold because it has these things on it.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it has it all around, but looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
And like I said, I have lots of lightsabers, but
yeah.
No, I've always really just thought Darth Revan was just like the coolest.
Number 1 for me, hands down. It's not even a question. Darth Maul is just the coolest.
Oh, bro, Darth Vader doesn't make your list.
He makes an honorable mention.
Bro, he makes an honorable mention.
He's not. I mean,
Darth Maul is cool.
Darth Vader wasn't cool to me. Darth Vader was sinister and like he was terrifying. That's not cool. Darth Maul with his face and his horns and his dual lightsaber for the first time ever, and the way he fought, he was badass cool.
I mean, yeah, but
he was cool.
Darth Vader makes my number 1, but I'm including Anakin as part of that as well, right?
I didn't think Anakin was cool. Anakin was a hot mess, bro. He wasn't cool.
I think just the whole story of it is just
the story can be cool. That doesn't mean Anakin was cool.
I think the character is cool.
Anakin's only cool in the videos you and me react to when he's like, "What's up?"
But keep it because again, keep in mind, like you watch Clone Wars and stuff like that, and then I read, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's why mine's a little bit different than yours, but I don't know. I think of Vader at the end of Rogue One. How awesome is that? The hallway scene.
He was terrifying. Yeah, he was.
That's cool, dude. That's freaking dope.
I only think of Anakin as cool in Ahsoka. Like at that point, he was.
And that's kind of Clone Wars.
Calm, cool, collected.
Darth Maul. I think he's stupid. Darth Maul's awesome.
The first time you saw Darth Maul on the screen, were you not like
with the double saber?
Yeah.
My honorable mentions were Ahsoka, Leia, and Padme.
Mine were Vader, Jyn Erso, and Boba.
Cal Kestis, baby. Got a mullet and everything.
Cal Kestis. Cool. Yeah, totally.
Yep. Star Killer. Yep. Come on now. Right.
I still think we're doing good.
It is this is honestly just preference, right? So it's
sure.
We're not talking about who's strongest or anything like that. But
this next one is where we get dicey because we like to kind of hone in on specific actors and actresses and their best movies. And when you have ones that have such a big portfolio of movies and you miss something, you get called out on it. So the top 5. Robert Downey Jr. movies. Number 5, you go first.
No, wait. I have questions because I'm going to pull Warren on these. Can I lump things together?
Yeah.
I'm going to for the sake of not having everything on here be Marvel.
But that you're going to get heat for that because he has other good movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he wants
so I can put more than just Marvel on
here. So just saying Iron Man is
I'll start. Number 5, Zodiac.
Okay. All right. Number 5 for me, there's 2 funny ones on here. Due Date. It is him and Zach Galifianakis go cross country. It is so funny, dude. Zach Galifianakis when he drinks his dad's ashes in a coffee cup,
because it's in the coffee
and then he starts choking and he takes another drink.
That would have been my number 6.
I know that's a shallow movie, but it's hilarious. All right, number 4 for you.
Sherlock Holmes.
W.
I think it was awesome. Wes says W, and Jimmy almost throws up. Really?
He was great in Sherlock Holmes.
What are you talking about? He's a great Sherlock Holmes. What's your number 4, Jimmy?
Oppenheimer.
Also a W.
My number 3 is Oppenheimer.
Here's where I'm going to get heat. Number 3, Tropic Thunder.
That's totally
number 2,
fair.
Tropic Thunder.
What do you mean? Let's go. I didn't know if it was a
dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
I didn't know if it was appropriate for us to even mention that.
Bro, it's iconic.
Who cares? I didn't play it. I didn't do it. I didn't play the role. We didn't play the role.
Okay. All right. We're on the same page. Number 2 for me is Natural Born Killers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a really, really good movie.
Yeah. Well, number 1 for me would be the all Marvel movies that he's in, but I can specify
which one.
Yeah, Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War, the first Iron Man.
Okay, well, number 1 for me is Iron Man, and then honorable mentions of Civil War, Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War.
I mean, I rewatched a lot. I rewatch a lot of stuff. Like what did I rewatch last night? I rewatched Shang-Chi. Gosh, such a great freaking movie. Mm-hmm. But going back and rewatching Infinity War and Endgame not too long ago, I mean,
he's killer, dude.
I mean, his fight with Thanos and then him coming back for time travel.
He's killer.
And yeah,
he plays the role perfect.
He's iconic, man. You know, it's going to be interesting seeing him come back as Doom, but yeah.
I think we stepped lightly. I think we did good. We'll see whatever
I mean, my list would have been different if I had to name each individual Marvel movie.
That's where you could have gotten some trouble.
I think I would have still had Tropic Thunder on there. Man, dude, like the first few times I watched that movie, and even to this day, I just laugh.
Tom Cruise
so hard, dude.
Dancing.
Oh my gosh. We do not negotiate with terrorists.
It's the best. All right, it's One Must Go time.
You up. It's freaking hilarious.
It is time. One must go. I guess we don't need stuff. Okay, let's go.
We don't need
my voice.
We don't need stuff. Here we go. One must go. Storm, Wanda, Black Widow, or Wonder Woman.
Oh, Black Widow. Sorry, it's not hard for me. Black Widow.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Black Widow's.
I'm gonna go Storm.
Back.
Storm's awesome. Are you kidding me?
All four of them
Storm's
are awesome.
He did that for a reaction.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong.
I did not.
Storm's amazing.
I absolutely love Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow.
Are we talking about actors?
I mean, that's what I gravitate to when I'm thinking.
I mean, I love Halle Berry as Storm.
Yeah. How are you gonna get rid of Storm, dude? Get rid of Wanda, bro. Like,
no. What
are you talking about? No, you can't.
Need to calm down, voice behind the curtain.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Storm over Wanda any day. Okay.
Woo.
Next up, we have Superbad, Dumb and Dumber, which I guess I'm dumber. Hangover, and Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite out the door.
Yep.
The other three are equally iconic movies.
Yep.
Superbad to me
is McLovin.
Dude, because I was 17, 18 when I first watched that movie, and it was like just watching a reflection of how I was in high school, and it was like the funniest thing.
Dude, Dumb and Dumber. There's so many moments in Dumb and Dumber. You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
I know.
I mean, Hangover. I mean, my gosh.
I mean, I've mentioned a few. Oh no,
they steal Mike Tyson's tiger. He gets
when they're like, "Man, I'm telling Mike Tyson, he's still got it." And Jack Gyllenhaal says he gets punched. He's like, "Well, I think he's mean."
Dude, when he goes down and he like goes into Rain Man mode with the blackjack table.
I mean, it's just Napoleon Dynamite. I think has become iconic because of like meme purposes, right?
For sure.
But the other ones are just really like intentionally, directly funny.
Yeah.
Right. Not ironically funny, but
yeah.
No, I'm not trying to talk crap about Napoleon Dynamite because I enjoy that movie, but it doesn't stand.
I don't think it's that entertaining after the first watch.
Maybe not.
I think it was never entertaining.
I haven't watched it.
Always cringe.
Weston
I think it was intentionally cringe. Yeah, no, like I couldn't even sit through the whole film. Okay, next up we have fall, winter, summer, or spring.
Summer can get out of here. Get out of here.
Summer's getting boom shot. Old yeller summer.
Spring is gone.
You're getting rid of spring?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I live in Arkansas, so we only really have like 2 weeks of spring. So
you're like spring showers bring May flowers.
Fall, so here's how I do it. Here's how I do it. No. Here's how I do it. Winter brings me Christmas. Yep. Summer brings me usually family vacations and stuff like that. Fall is when that fall crispiness comes out. I don't ever feel like I'm in a better mood than when I walk out and you get that first feel of fall weather. It literally makes my vibe change. Like it's perfect. And then spring, I mean, I don't know.
I don't like the heat, so summer can
summer is gone, dude.
And I'm not like a super, like I do like to surf, but you can do that in other seasons. I mean, winter gets kind of hard sometimes, but I'm not a huge beach guy either. So like,
I mean, the only thing that summer has going for it is like, I mean, sometimes the weather, but even then, like, no, like summer movies are like the highlight. Like a good summer blockbuster is heat.
True, true.
Like,
yeah,
that's good.
we do get the summer blockbusters. Yeah.
You know, that's about it though.
I can hear myself. Hello? Like I hear an echo of me in my headset.
That's
monitoring on.
Hello, hello, hello.
You might have monitoring on.
I muted myself for a second. Maybe
hello. No, I don't know. It's not there now. I heard it though when I was talking. Definitely heard it. Oh well.
He's schizo. I'm just. Okay, next up, guys, we have One Must Go, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece.
One Piece, because I don't know anything about it.
Dude, One Piece.
Did you watch Netflix series at least?
I tried.
He tried. Okay. He started it, watched the intro, and was like, nope. Yeah, One Piece is going bye-bye as well.
That was an easy one.
Yeah, it was. Okay, next up we have, and this one is a little bit on the nose, but tornadoes, hurricanes, or tsunamis. What's going?
Tsunami, probably.
Yeah, tsunami's what, like a 50-foot tidal wave?
Yeah, I mean, as far as terrifying, because I've literally grew up in hurricanes and tornadoes, but tsunamis, like, that's scary, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say tsunami.
Tsunamis are scary.
Okay.
And I think I was gonna say I have the possibility to do the most damage. I mean, you think about like Japan and everything. Like,
no, a high cat hurricane, definitely.
Well, that's why I was like maybe. That's why I said potentially, but like, I think survivability.
The least is the tsunami, or like you have the least chance.
Yeah.
I mean, like the two of them, like you're gonna have the ocean in your front property. Tornado.
Well, it's like you can hide from hurricanes and tornadoes almost.
A tsunami's all or nothing. Like if it's a 50-foot tidal wave,
it's you don't.
There's no hiding.
You can't hide from a tsunami.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, on a nice note, Captain America's shield, Iron Man's suit, Thor's hammer, or Spidey's web shooter.
Shield's gone. I mean, you get Iron Man suit. Okay, awesome.
Jimmy was about to say Spider-Man's shooter.
Spidey's web shooter. You're not gonna swing around. You're not gonna go swing around freaking downtown somewhere with skyscrapers and crap. Are you kidding me?
He thought of it. He's gonna keep a hunk of
Thor's
metal.
hammer. You can fly.
He's gonna keep a slab of metal, bro.
Captain America's shield is very, very.
It's a slab of metal, bro.
What are you gonna do with it, Jimmy? What are you gonna do with it? Who are you fighting that you're going to need a shield? You can fly around in Iron Man suit. You can fly with Thor's hammer, and you can swing around with Spidey's web shooters. What are you going to do with the shield? Throw it at a few trees?
It's a paperweight, bro.
Okay, all right. Captain America.
I have Captain Shield right here. It's not by
Captain America's shield is gone.
Wait, I think don't you have like almost every piece of what we just talked about? Oh no, you got Stormbreaker back there.
No, I have Mjolnir.
You have Mjolnir as well? Oh shoot. Okay, well now you need Spidey's web shooter. Wait, does he? If he brings out the web shooter, I'll be so okay. There's that.
No, but to my hold on, not a web shooter.
But he's got the head. Oh, there we go. W. Okay. Well, this is a perfect segue to our next topic, and that is overrated, underrated.
I'm ready.
Captain America's shield.
I wanted to think about it. We're supposed to think these things through.
I didn't have to think about it.
You ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Overrated, underrated. The first one is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Underrated. They're amazing.
No,
they're amazing.
They're good. They're okay. Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I mean, they get put up too high. That's why I say overrated.
No,
I'm not saying they're not good, but it's also the small ones. They're one bite and gone. I mean, you don't even.
They are fantastic.
All right.
They're fantastic.
Okay.
How dare you?
Next up, this one's for Warren.
Ooh.
Avocado toast.
Underrated all day.
Overrated. Gosh, what?
Okay, have you ever had
like nothing?
Have you ever had properly made avocado toast with Greek olive oil and Roma tomatoes? Come on like sourdough homemade bread. Oh my god, it's the best taste experience in the world. You are not cultured with avocado toast. I had
I'm okay with that.
Listen, I had a piece of avocado toast while I was in Greece, Santorini, overlooking the volcano back part of the island where the volcano used to be. And I've got that organic orange egg cook on top of it over easy. And it's got like the Greek olive oil, and it's got little bagel seeds. And then
in
the
that setting,
sourdough bread.
in Greece, sure, I can see how.
He's got the perfect
and I think the setting might have enhanced
it was so
how
delicious.
you felt about that as well, because obviously that sounds amazing.
So delicious.
Okay, next up, movie theater recliner seats.
Oh, properly rated. No movie theater should not have them.
Yeah, properly rated for sure. They're great.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's any movie theater that doesn't have them, they're falling behind really fast.
They really are falling behind. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, next up, guys, we have. I don't know if Jimmy's gonna know this, or he might not be. This one's gonna be tough. Subtitled anime.
Could care less.
I figured that. That's why I said it.
I mean, properly rated because for the people who don't speak like Japanese and stuff, you're not gonna. Wait. Oh, I get it. I get it because it's the subbed or dubbed thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what our perfect
is.
Next one is.
No, yeah.
Which one? What are you going with subtitled? Properly rated?
Well, it's subbed, not dubbed. It's subbed. It's totally subbed.
Okay, so the next one is dubbed anime. Jimmy is passing.
Jimmy doesn't know. Overrated. Like you really like just if you just listen to it and just listen to anything dubbed, right? It does not sound
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh gosh, you got me with that one, didn't you?
I knew it. That's why I said it. That's why I said it.
Yeah, you did get me with that one, didn't you? Okay. Well,
yeah, a little tougher now.
Properly rated, but if it's not an exception like Dragon Ball Z, then it should be subbed, not dubbed.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
But you got me with that one. I'll give you that one. That one.
I had that one in the back pocket. I knew what you were gonna say. Yeah. Okay, next up. Yep. Here we go. Halo.
I would say properly rated. I think people appreciate it for what it is. Yeah.
Properly rated.
I think it's fantastic.
It's had better days, but we're going to get back to
much better days.
But overall, I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have sushi.
Ooh.
So when I met Ashley, and that was like 17 years ago, I hated sushi, and she made me try it. And I mean, it's either properly rated or underrated.
I would agree. I'm gonna go properly rated. Most of the people I know really like sushi. I really like sushi a lot. Also kimbap, which is basically a Korean version of it. I love it.
So I like sushi. I'm not a fan of sushimi.
That's where it's like
sushimi's all the raw fish. Yeah, all the raw fish.
Yeah.
Sushi, a lot of it's cooked, or a lot. I mean, a lot of it.
Well, sushi I like better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up, we have live esports events.
Super underrated. If you go to them, like I mean, it's like COD champs, things like that. It gives me. Remember, I was telling you I went to that Chicago Blackhawks hockey game, first hockey game ever, and the energy in there.
Right.
If you go to the right esports ones, and I've never been to like Dota or League of Legends, but I can imagine they're on that level. It's probably an energy like magnet.
I'm gonna say properly rated because I've never been to one, but I do watch Worlds for League, and it looks hype as hell. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have open world video games.
It goes along with the battle royale. I'm going to say properly rated, and I know it's easy to hate on stuff that's not brand new and we have too many open world. Open world's fantastic. Anytime you have the rails taken off and you can kind of do what you want and gives you more freedom, properly rated.
Properly rated, and I'm waiting for League to do their MMO, but I don't think it's anytime soon. So
yeah,
but properly rated.
Okay, next
Final Fantasy 14, bro, all day.
Final Fantasy 72.
They've got such a branding problem. I feel bad for Final Fantasy. Like everyone should play Final Fantasy 7. But yeah. Sure. Okay, next up we have roller coasters.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Dude. I was trying to stump one of you. I thought Jimmy would be into him, but no.
So if I can go to a park and have a fast pass that I don't pay $2,000 for, and I can ride like 17 roller coasters and not have to wait in line, I'd say properly rated. But for the most part, you go to a park and you're doing a good coaster, you're probably waiting in line for an hour to 4 hours, and then you're riding for like 45 seconds. Nah.
I'm not a fan of theme parks in general, but I'm also not a fan of roller coasters. They make me feel sick, and I'm not one of those adrenaline junkies that gets a kick out of it, right?
So having a VR mask on your face, watching the worst horror movie while you ride a roller coaster, that's your true nightmare fuel.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that sounds awful. None of that sounds appealing at all.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Next up, we have fantasy football.
It's freaking overrated. And this is coming from a guy that's done it, I guarantee, more than anybody else in this podcast. And it's just stressful. And then you do your teams, and then week 3 you have 4 injuries, and you can't find anybody to trade or on the way. It's overrated.
I'll do properly rated. I've only done it a few times, and it wasn't that serious. It was more for fun. Yeah, there was a little money on the line, nothing big that you'd bet. So
now watching
the
friend groups that hold true to like who gets last has to go in a Waffle House for 24 hours and eat a waffle every hour, or has to do the crazy stuff. That's kind of funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I've done it for fun, just with some friends and stuff like that, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Next up, we have Studio Ghibli.
I don't know what that is.
Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke.
You know what? It's probably underrated because they make some really great things, and a lot of people don't watch it because of Jimmy. For those who are listening, Jimmy just held up the back of each sign.
I don't even know what that is.
He's gonna pass.
I don't even know what that is.
They're iconic. Studio Ghibli is iconic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
what is it?
And I think because a lot of people don't know
animation studio.
What.
Oh
yeah,
producers. What do they make?
See, and that's why it's Spirited Away is probably the biggest one that everybody knows.
They make anime.
Princess Mononoke, yeah.
Is it?
Have you never heard of Spirited Away? Have you never seen that?
No.
Yeah, no. I kind of figured whenever I put this down, I was like, yeah, Jimmy probably doesn't know what this is, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. This is for the viewers and Warren and I. Okay, next up.
Jimmy probably wouldn't even like Spirited Away, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, true. Probably you might like Princess Mononoke. Okay, next
up. But it's won a lot of awards.
Yeah, they're very, very critically acclaimed. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Last but the very not least is Rocket League.
Properly rated?
Properly rated. I'm decent at it. Every now and then I rage because I get matched with people and I'm like, dude, that guy just carried the ball through the air the entire time from one net to the other, and I could do nothing about it. What the hell?
I suck at it, but it's fun.
I'm fairly decent at it, I would say, but geez, it can be frustrating, but it's fun.
Now, Rocket League esports, that's insane. Watching those guys like fly around and do their flips. And
just stupid. It's just stupid. Stupid. Anytime I get matched against a person like that, I'm like, what are we doing matchmaking? I'm like, what the hell? Like, come on.
All right. We have reached the end, and I did scroll all the way down, and I'm not wrong this time. We have community questions or statements. And
one day, Wes, you need to like put something at the very bottom so he scrolls a little and misses it, because he doesn't scroll all the way to the bottom.
I'm Ron Burgundy. I'll read whatever's on the teleprompter. Okay. Underman 105 returns. I never knew Chaos was a Marvel fan.
For a while.
He apparently doesn't watch much Chaos.
Underman, bro, I tried to turn my COD channel into a Marvel channel like 7 times.
Clearly, YouTube didn't recommend the video.
No, I've been a Marvel fan. I've been a fan of comics since I was a little kid. And
this isn't even the first Multiverse Podcast.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, this is version 2 of what we're doing right here. But yeah, anyway, Frost Games 9368. As much as I like The Rock, the problem with him in the movies, he doesn't play characters. He just plays himself, but in different costumes. That's exactly what Warren said.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
But like Ryan Reynolds seems to pull it off better. Is that Reynolds? I'm assuming he's talking about Ryan Reynolds. He is talking about, we talked in the last episode about The Rock being fan casted or leaked as possibly being Apocalypse in the MCU coming up. And I think we can all agree, at least in here and with Frost Games, that that's what scares us the most, is that he would play The Rock, a persona of himself,
right,
and not
Apocalypse.
So we agree.
Totally.
And last one is from Dirt Dobbler YouTube. The Jar Jar disrespect is going too far. I think you put Jar Jar in your dumbest Star Wars.
Yeah, and I think what I said was like him in his entirety of existence.
Everything about Jar Jar.
Sorry. I just and you know what? They really toned it down for the second one. So but the first one to me is
that's because they took away all his speaking roles.
Yeah, and they intentionally made him dumb to distract you from the fact that he's a Sith Lord.
He's Darth Jar Jar. Yeah. I'm more stuck on the fact that E.T. is a viable Jedi.
Mm-hmm. He is a Jedi.
When in reality, he just saw another alien like looking Yoda, and he's like, "Oh, home."
No, he saw his master.
He saw his master. That's it, guys. That is episode 9, and I think we did it. Covered it. 9. Average time, boom. I would say.
Maybe a little less, maybe
a little
tiny
less
bit.
this time.
20 minutes.
A little bit.
Whatever it takes. Guys, make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you follow us on Apple, wherever you catch your podcast.
YouTube.
Your content. If you want the video version, you can definitely
watch us.
Watch us on YouTube.
Faces.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we will
see comment. Give us your input, please.
We need to do something special for double digits. I don't know what it is, but we need to do something.
Ooh. Maybe do like a community post somewhere.
No, I meant on the podcast.
Oh.
Maybe we each try to drink a gallon of milk in like 6 minutes.
No, absolutely
not.
The
banana and Sprite.
How challenge. Is that a celebration?
Do you realize the content we would get out of it?
Stop. We were just talking about how sometimes content isn't worth like health. I'm gonna go ahead and say that false.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, guys. Have a great night. Peace.
See you guys.